Well, here's an example of a guy who turned it outside in. I mean, a girl who turned it inside out. This is from KDSK St. Louis, Channel 5, NBC. First openly transgender death row inmate set to be executed unless Missouri's governor grants clemency. This came out today. According to the Anti-Execution Death Penalty Information Center, didn't know such a place existed. There is no known case of an openly transgender inmate being executed in the U.S. before. Well, I wonder why. At the start of the new year, Missouri is set to execute an openly transgender death row inmate for the first time. This is going to be historic for the LGBTQ community. At 6 p.m. on January 3rd, 2023, Amber McLaughlin is scheduled to die by lethal injection for a crime she committed 19 years ago. According to the Anti-Execution Death Penalty Information Center, there is no known case of an openly transgender inmate being executed in the U.S. that took place before this execution that's scheduled for tomorrow. I know this is going to sound bad, but should I make popcorn here? 5 on your side. You notice these news agencies, these news channels, they're always on your side. 5 on your side searched through our archives, learning what happened on November 20th, 2003. The victim's neighbors said Beverly Gunther was in fear of her ex-partner for months, and according to the neighbor, we learned a police officer was walking Gunther from work to her car for a week. But the one time she stopped asking for an escort, the murder happened. Gunther was about to file another order of protection against McLaughlin the very next day when she was abducted from her job in Earth City. Her body was found in South St. Louis. Gunther was raped and stabbed to death. Ew. Here's the conviction. Amber McLaughlin, whose probably first name is Adam or Aaron or Andrew. Amber McLaughlin was charged with first-degree murder, rape, and aggravated assault. Now, if you've seen a picture of this person, this he, she, they, it, using proper pronouns, they look like Heidi on drugs, who had a really bad plastic surgery job with the same surgeon who tried to do their transgender surgery, and he was doing cocaine. That's what this person looks like. Ain't he, she, they a beaut? I'm looking at their photo now. So Andrew, I mean Amber, I mean Anthony, I mean Aaron. Amber McLaughlin's life is in the hands of Missouri Governor Mike Parson. On Friday, Comp said all legal proceedings are done. Now, who's Comp here? I'm reading this to you, Cole. I just got off work, so bear with me here. Oh, we've got the NAACP involved. So this person, are they trans black? Just reading through the article for you here. Okay, so it's the attorney. Lawrence Comp is the attorney for Aaron, Adam, Anthony, Andrew, Amber McLaughlin, the guy who turned it outside in. What does it say about the NAACP? Sometimes you got to have fun with these articles. If I just read them to you, you're going to get bored. Missouri's NAACP president, Nimrod, there's a first name for you, Nimrod. Nimrod Chappell. Or is it Chappelle? Shared, quote, they did not give the death penalty to Amber, and so that being done by a judge... Huh? Let me read that again. They did not give the death penalty to Amber, and so that being done by a judge we think is fundamentally unfair. Whether or not you believe in the death penalty, I do think we can all agree that we have to follow the rules and there shouldn't be loopholes that allow for a person to be executed when a jury doesn't think that that's the right thing to do. Comp also said certain evidence wasn't presented to the jury. Comp shared the jury never got mental health evidence from an expert. Okay, so everybody who wants to get transgender surgery is suffering from mental health in a case where this person apparently attacked and killed somebody else. I mean, there might be some mental issues there, but I'm thinking this person knew what they were doing. Well, it's not an excuse, but an explanation. If they had presented that mental health evidence, it wouldn't have been deadlocked. It would have been a life sentence, he said. He noted the abuse and rough childhood McLaughlin faced. Oh. It's all included in the clemency petition. Combs said that these two big reasons were why they filed clemency to Governor Mike Parson. And here's what they say about the clemency petition and legal proceedings. Anthony, Aaron, Amber McLaughlin, you know, the guy who turned it outside in? Amber McLaughlin's life is in the hands of Missouri Governor Mike Parson. It says on Friday, Combs said all legal proceedings are done. Quote, you are out of court. Those are 5 horrible words that no defense attorney wants to hear in a capital case, Combs said. Combs explained their stay of execution request was denied by the Missouri Supreme Court, and now they can't turn to the U.S. Supreme Court. Quote, we presented the arguments to the Missouri Supreme Court. They were based on an expansion of state laws, so there wasn't a federal principle underneath it. We couldn't, in good faith, file something with the U.S. Supreme Court, knowing that there wasn't a federal basis to make the request. The ball is in the governor's court right now. It's all coming down to clemency. In other words, you're trying to get your client off. Wouldn't you love it if a lawyer just came out and said, I'm trying to get my client off, and here's why I believe we need to get my client off? McLaughlin would be the first openly transgender woman, he, she, they, it. Heidi, who had a bad plastic surgery job, who looks like she's on drugs, who got her plastic surgery done by the same doctor who did his transgender surgery while he was taking cocaine. Michelle Smith with Missourians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty told 5 on Your Side. Again, they're always on your side. Quote, we're kind of on pins and needles right now, waiting to see what the governor's final statement will be. The governor's decision is still unknown. 5 on Your Side reached out Friday for a response from Governor Parson's office. His office sent the same statement as the one they shared a week prior. It says here, quote, as with all clemency decisions, clemency applications are submitted to the parole board for review and recommendation. The materials are then sent from the parole board to the governor's legal team, who conduct an extensive review and meet with the governor on the matter. The governor then considers the matter and makes a decision when he is prepared to do so. These are not decisions that the governor takes lightly, and the process is underway as it relates to the execution scheduled for January. So this is an article at Channel 5, NBC on Your Side, KDSK, St. Louis. The first openly transgender inmate scheduled to be executed tomorrow, January 3rd. Make popcorn, everybody. No, I'm just joking. These things shouldn't be taken lightly. Maybe we should have a politically correct term for inmate. How about unavoidably detained inside citizen? Instead of behind bars, you can say they're behind a steel menagerie. I'm just grabbing at straws here, I know. But if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. You can also, another one-take video, you can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, or find me on Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. This is the Culture Confederacy, where politics collides with culture. We preserve great art, great music, culture, history, all that fun stuff, as well as talk about current events. So thank you for being with me, and I'll catch you next time.